All right, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to episode 3 of Agree to Disagree Talk. I am your first host, Armond Anderson Bell.
And I am your second host, Charles Jake Johnson.
What's up, everybody? So, as usual, we're going to go through this disclaimer just in case folks want to get in their feelings. Again, this is a show geared towards the educating and empowering of the implementation of voices, thoughts, and points of views from whom by societies and sometimes self-standards of way of thinking are oftentimes misheard, misunderstood, and badly misrepresented. By no means does this show wish to offend anyone outside of the black male perspective, nor speak for anyone but the host and our guests when we have them. We wish to raise attention and awareness of this thought through our diverse conversation and topics of discussion, attempting to change perception from an us versus them and a me against the world attitude, levels of self-awareness, self-evolution, and self-accountability in the hopes of making it a better world and place for us both to live in. This is Agree to Disagree Talk. We are here again, third week in a row. Let's do it.
I got a silly question.
Go
I
ahead.
just turned the volume down on there. That's for me, but they can still hear me though, right? Yeah. Okay. All right.
So let's do this thing.
Oh, what's up? Daddy's back.
You kill me with that. Like, what is that?
That is I.
Okay. Well,
That
shit,
is I.
since we doing it, honey, Big Mama's in the house. Shit, we gonna shake and shimmy and make it do what it do. So, I guess we can start off with a little hot topics. If there was anything trending, you thought if there anything that we
If there
should...
was anything trending, check it out real quick before we get on that. We are today talking about homophobia and racism. Homophobia and racism. That's what like preachers be talking like that. They say the same thing 2 times.
Right.
Homophobia and racism. 2 seconds. 1, 2. Homophobia. We heard you the first time. Let's go.
Just so you in the balcony can hear.
Homophobia and racism. Let's go. Let's talk. All right, what happened this week, man? Trending.
What,
Hey, yo, let me go ahead and let y'all know.
yeah.
Let me give you all the number to call in or send a text message first, and then your last 3 numbers will be read, and then
Let's ask 4 numbers.
I'm sorry, your last 4 numbers will be read.
Yeah.
If you want to comment, you can call in, send a text message to the number that I
Send
give.
the text message first, yeah.
Send a text message to the number I give, or you can comment your questions on the live stream. So we got one of the producers that'll be reading off the comments, and then we got another young lady here. They'll be reading off the comments. Say hello. They can't see you, but all right, there we go.
Right.
The number is 323-577-7630. That's 323-577-7630.
Right. Please send a text message letting me know that you would like to go live. When we are taking calls or calls live, I will state your area code as well as the last 4 digits of your phone number. So be ready. So because when I call the number out, I will be giving you a call. But please send a text message first stating that you would like to that you would like to go live. Child, it feel like we in church or
Man,
something.
I thought it's hot in the mud. Y'all ain't want
Right.
to tell me my beat is showing on my. You ain't trying to get me looking right.
Wait a minute.
Right.
What do you call that?
A beater.
Why?
I said beater, not wife beater. I said beater.
But still,
I said beater, not
Right.
wife beater. Nah, I said I don't call them wife beater. I call them beaters. Now, can I get that?
Okay.
Well, girls wear tank tops. Women wear tank tops. So I ain't gonna call it a tank top.
Okay.
You can call yours tank top.
What?
I'll call it mine a beater. It's a beater.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Hey.
I don't know any hot topics. I just know that I just got done seeing the Will Smith movie in extreme 3D, and baby, it was when I get home.
Haven't seen it yet, but I will see it
Yes,
soon.
and please let me know when you guys go see it because I really want to know what you guys thought of the movie. I'm trying not to be biased because that is like my ultimate, everything. So I'm trying to be, non-biased, but like I said, he can sing the alphabets, and I would be like, yes,
Yo, shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Shout out to everybody that's
yes,
watching on Facebook. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Instagram on both our accounts. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Yo account over there in the corner. Thank you
right.
very much. Yes, you as well. Thank you. And shout out to everybody that's watching on whatever network that is right there.
That one's my Facebook Live.
All
So
right, I shouted out y'all
yeah,
already.
we trying to get everything going. Thank you guys again. This is our third show. Again, this is a dream come true for me. Doing this show again. This show is geared to sparking conversations that we normally don't have, and tonight's topic is really one that I deal with shit pretty much every day. Racism and homophobia, two sides of the same coin. What are your takes on those things? I have my thoughts and opinions, but I want to hear some of the thoughts that you might have, Jake, or what you may know. Obviously, if you've experienced racism, but how do you think, is it different or separate from homophobic slurs or ideas? And how do you think we can get over all that, if at all possible?
Well, since we're being honest,
Yes.
I don't think I dealt with racism. I don't
okay.
think I dealt with racism. You know, I lived in North Carolina. I ain't dealt with it there. You know, y'all know I'm from Michigan. I haven't dealt with it there. And then I lived in Texas, where you would think I would have dealt with racism, and I haven't dealt with it there. But I can say this is I wouldn't call this racism. Maybe it's, another word that you guys can, type in, I guess. Just recently, probably about a month ago, I was telling this young lady, like all the different jobs I had back home, or no, I wasn't telling her that. I said, if you, I shouldn't say this because I got Michigan viewers right now. Oh boy, I said, yo, if you living in Michigan, you're probably gonna do. It's like 5 things you can do. 5 things. Okay, I said. I love y'all. Hey, don't judge me though. I love y'all. Don't hate me. Let's keep it real.
Well, get it out
I
first.
said, I said, you either gonna sell drugs, go to prison, work in the medical field, anything in the field. You can work in the medical field, work in the plant, or what was that? Prison, drugs, medical field, plant, or I think that 5th one was be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. I think those are the 5 things. Everybody I know does one of the 5, or 2 of the 5, maybe even 3 of the 5. So I told her, I said, out of the 5, I've done 3. No, I've done 3. She was like, it was a white girl. She said, let me guess.
Oh,
Sell drugs and go to prison. I said, I've never been to prison.
Right.
I've never been to prison. Never been to prison. I'm sorry, I don't know what you think because I'm black. Never been to prison. So that was probably the closest thing. I wouldn't say that was racism. I guess that was like, oh, okay, I know you're black, so you probably been to prison.
right.
That was
Well,
probably the closest thing.
I wouldn't say racism per se, maybe stereotypes.
There we go. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah,
Stereotype.
stereotype.
Yeah, stereotype.
Because for me, I am older than you. I'm, born in South Central LA. In the early '90s, there was a few things that you were going to do. You were either going to be in a gang, go to prison, sell drugs, or be an athlete. I never thought that I would have the opportunities to be an actor because it was already instilled in me that that was the things that I was going to do or die of an early age. So I don't know if that was instilled by the people in South LA or my grandfather, but my grandfather always gave my brothers and myself more hope and letting us know that we can do what we wanted to do if we applied ourselves. So even at an early age, I already knew that I was going to do something. I was pretty, I wasn't, and smart. So I wasn't going to do none of the little football stuff, although my uncle, played for the Buffalo Bills and things like that. My dad was a mechanic, and I'm talking about like all this hyper masculinity. Even before I knew that I was same sex attracted, I knew that I just was different. I didn't know what it was. And I knew that the stereotypes put on by other people was not who I was and what I wanted to be. So have you experienced racism since you've been in LA?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. My experience here in LA is, I mean, outside of my beginning struggles, when I first moved here, I love it here. I love LA.
It is a different time. It is a different time where the racism is not as much as it was prevalent. It's like real low key now. It's real subtle. It's not as blatant as it was in the late 70s, 80s, and 90s. On the homophobia side, it's not as bad, but it's still there. My question and my desire to do this particular talk is talking to African Americans who feel that homophobia is wrong. I mean, not homophobia, being same sex attracted is wrong. I've always had, once I came out at 15, I remember one of the guys in my school, I went to school in Silver Lake, like Griffith Park area, so it wasn't that many blacks there. When you were either there because there was a group home that was there, so most of the black men, they thought you were automatically in that group home. But when I came out of the second semester, the guy was like, you can't be black and gay at the same time. And this was 1995. And I start seeing the separation or how people wanted to exclude one or the other. So I'm in a school where there's not that many blacks, as well as there's not that many gays. I came out full force. I was like the quietest kept. I was like the queen of the gays because like they wasn't gonna whoop me. I had cousins. We were very strong in who we were. But then when I came out with the gays or expose that, it was a different thing, and people didn't see many black and gay men at that time. And so I even wore this particular shirt. It says, "Never underestimate a gay man born in January." And when I first saw the shirt on Facebook, and it was advertised as "Never underestimate a strong black man." So then I did my research, and I was like, oh, there's one. There is not, I looked, there is not one shirt that says "Never underestimate a strong gay black man."
Okay. You know what? I just one of my boys, Lorenzo, he tunes in every
What's
week.
up, Lorenzo?
Lorenzo, what's up, Zo? I know exactly what you're talking about. Boy, I forgot about that. Oh, all right. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna talk on that after you get done. I forgot about that, Zo. If you still tuning in, my dude, my guy. But I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. My bad.
No, go ahead.
All right. I remember this was like in April of 2016. Nah, it was a little later than April, maybe like March, April, May, probably like May, April or May 2016. It was around the time all those killings, like police killings was going on, and they were being acquitted. You know what I'm saying? And I was personal training at this gym. My guy Zoe. Gosh, I guess you could say this is if you want to say this is borderline racism, I don't know, but I know what my dog's talking about. It's hot in the mug. But I was personal training at this gym, and I would bring my clients. I didn't work for the gym, but I would train my clients out of the gym. And around that time, like I said, all the cops were killing all these unarmed black men, and they were getting acquitted. And I remember I got so irritated. I would stay so quiet. And at this time, I wasn't an outspoken individual, unless it was about health, fitness and whatnot. I was very quiet. Never spoke on social issues, none of that stuff. But it was like boiling inside of me, like my blood was boiling. And I ended up writing this poem, and I remember this poem was titled. I ended up, I made it up, but it was titled "Look at Me." Okay, if I can I don't want to find it. I mean, I could find it and read it, but I really don't feel like it. If y'all want to find it, you can go, on Facebook. You're watching me on Facebook anyway. You can go to Facebook. If you watch me on Instagram, my Facebook is Jake Technique Johnson. Okay, Jake Technique Johnson. So all you got to do is type in the search bar, Jake Technique Johnson. Look at me. That's it. No, nothing. Just Jake Technique Johnson. Look at me, and then you can read the poem and the comments. So I wrote this poem, and just to like, if I can just say a couple lines, it was something like, I can't say a couple lines. I can't remember. But but the owner of this gym, okay, he jumped on my he jumped on the comment section. And I see my guy Dex joined in. Dex, if you want to go check that out, you know, something that I'm pretty sure you'd like. Um but he jumped in there and he just started basically saying, this is very, all right, y'all, I'm about to find it. Hold on.
No, we gotta finish the conversation. You can find it later.
I'm gonna find it now, but we can finish it later. but he basically he was basically saying like, basically what I was saying in the poem, he was actually displaying, and it's like, yo, you're really doing exactly what I'm talking about in this poem because I'm a black man. You're telling me because I said I hate this country, you know, in the time that we were dealing, you know, that we were in at that time, and I'm saying I hate this country because this country don't care about my people, you know. And then let's say I'm talking to a friend, it's like, but Jake, you're a good guy. What I'm saying, look at me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, you know, whatever. Everything was like, but look at me. So what I was saying is, look at the color of my skin. It doesn't matter how good of a person I am. It doesn't matter how many credentials I have. It doesn't matter how many, you know, what I've done in my life. At the end of the day, look at me. You know, so I'm a black man. So no matter what I've done, they're still going to look at me as a black man, which is automatically a threat. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like the basis of the poem. You know, all these great things about me, but at the end of the day, it's still like, look at me. I'm still a black man. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter, you know, what good I do in the community or in the world. At the end of the day, I'm still a black man that gotta look over his back, or everybody black. You know, as far, you know, really as men should have PTSD when it comes to the police. Um, it doesn't matter, you know. And him and I, you know, we kind of got into it, you know, and I stayed professional with it, but he didn't. So at the end, like, he would email me, right? He emailed me and said, I no longer want you to train your clients up here. And yeah, yo, this was my guy. We was mad cool. Like, we was mad cool. We was real cool. I brought mad business to that gym. Mad business to that gym. Mad money to that gym. You know what I'm
But see,
saying?
you stepped out of what they consider, or some people consider, your place.
Some people like who?
Meaning, when you're fine, but the minute
I
you
get
step
what you're
out,
saying, but when you say some
race,
people like who?
racist white people and homophobic black people. I have to see those two in the same,
Okay.
because I get it where, oh, you cool, you know, or I often get, oh, you cool for a gay dude, or oh, you cool for a black dude, and I'm like, and so growing up, I've always had to kind of tone down one when I'm in areas of others. And I said this before, if I'm in a predominantly black setting, then I'm kind of looked upon to tone down the gayness, the extraness, the meanness. If I'm in a predominantly white area performing or entertaining like that, then I got to kind of tone down the hood in me. And that's why I see that it's both the same. I see the same hurt that I have experienced as an African American male put on someone who is same gender loving, and even doubly hurtful as a same gender loving black man coming from my people. I've had to deal with that more than half my life. And I often wonder why the same people who can feel the need to tell a person how to live their life, and they can easily regurgitate and speak from the Bible, but they can't even, they act and live like they've never read the Bible. And I've also often wondered, why is that possible? And I feel that it is an oppression Olympics, meaning that a lot of times we all have things that we can say, and symptoms of being oppressed, but one group feels that their oppression is a little bit bigger. And I've often heard people say the same thing. well, the gay struggle is not the same as the black struggle. How can you say that when it's not your struggle? Or, and I get it from the outside, but as a person who has experienced it, struggle is struggle is struggle.
Yeah, I was about to say that struggle is struggle.
You know, I live my life for me, but it hurts. Like, again, I often want, like, I want to ask your heterosexual viewers and the few that are on mine, why is that? Why do folks feel the need to tell a same-sex attracted man, woman, a trans person, that their life is not important, that who they are is not being loved by the higher power of their understanding, and they're very adamant about it. And in the same breath, not realize that we still have racism going on. I've often wondered that, and if any of your viewers or the ones on mine who can answer that or have an idea on why we put other groups down when we think that we're ahead in our quote unquote struggle.
Yo, real quick. Everybody on my Instagram, I'm looking at you right now. Instagram only gives you 1 hour to go live, okay? It only gives you an hour to go live. So if you want to continue, sometimes we go over an hour. Just go to my Facebook, Jake Technique Johnson. If you can't spell technique, Google it. Jake Technique Johnson. Just go to my Facebook and then watch the live from there. For everybody, the phone number is 323-577-7630. That's 323-577-7630. If you want to call in,
First.
if you want to send a text message first. If you got a question, either bring it to the live, bring it to the Facebook live or the Instagram live. Ask the question. We got somebody over. We can look at the Facebook comments, but we got somebody over there that's watching the Instagram comments. So and questions. So boom, boom.
See, Lorenzo says racism does not work for black people.
Go on the mic.
I'm trying to read. Okay. It says racism does not work for black people on views toward black people. Black folks can't be racist. I honestly believe we all can be biased, even sex attraction.
Would you call bias racist though? He said racist. He didn't say bias.
He didn't say racist. Yes, using that word, but there is a strong bias. We have colorism, we have sizeism, in any other isms.
But
racism. No.
Racism. This topic is racism.
Right. So on that point, why have some African Americans tried to inflict that same judgment on same-sex attraction? And we will do an episode or show on religion and spirituality, things like that, but it all comes back down to it. Folks want to throw the Bible at the same Bible that our slave masters were using to beat us and keep us enslaved. The same African Americans are using, trying to regurgitate or take it literally that we're an abomination. And I don't understand that you've already committed one sin by being a judge. But there's no sin.
Well,
there's no will of sin where you can be a misogynist, a rapist, all that kind of stuff. But you gay, it's automatically at the bottom.
Now I don't know this for a fact, but I do know that one thing black folks like to do is call everything sin. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can't say, I don't know if somebody's on here that know, then maybe you can say it. I can't say that placing judgment according to the Bible.
Wait, hold on one second. I'm sorry. Who is this person right here? Okay, Lorenzo said, me and you gonna talk, Lorenzo. He said homosexuality and any type of sexuality is controlled by white supremacy.
He said he can explain. Let him explain first. Let him explain.
Okay, explain that to me.
Let him explain. Get that man a chance.
Because, baby, I love looking in the mirror and looking at men who look like me.
Go ahead.
He says, I can be hateful but not racist. True. And that's what we're saying is racism and homophobia, they're both in the same instance, but they can't be separate. I have to live as both as a black same-sex attracted man. Now, I really want to know why do people think that, and I've heard that several times as well, too, that oh, when I moved to Hollywood, I automatically turned gay and it's controlled by white people. I'm gonna tell you again, I'll say it to the cows come home. I love black men, black women. I would date a black woman before I date a white man sexually. I have plenty of gay white friends. I'm not sexually attracted, and that has nothing to do with white supremacy. I don't understand how that can be thought of or used as a scapegoat. It has nothing to do. We have also the world is more than just black and white.
Man, can I be honest real quick?
Go ahead.
I'm
That's
gonna
the whole
tell you
point.
what the problem is with the straight community and the homosexual community. Okay? And I have a prime example. I will not say this person name on live, but I'll show you after we close out. Here's an example. And you know Ursa. My best friend out here, my boy
Yeah.
Ursa. It was Ursa's birthday. This is a prime example of why, to me, why straight men, such as myself, kind of got an issue with the gay community. Prime example. October, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Oh, snap, his birthday this month. Shoot, my dog. October, two years ago. We was in Santa Monica, then we left Santa Monica, then we went to this club. Well, not, I don't do club. We went to this bar in Hollywood. And there was this super famous, so for transsexual,
Transgender.
so is it transsexual or is it transgender?
Everyone likes to call themselves something different. I know by the terminology is you've had the reconstructive
If
surgery,
everything is done,
everything.
100% everything.
Then that's, and from what I understand, because again, I don't want to. I'm not that gender. I know it to be called transsexual.
Okay, so this super famous transsexual was at this bar dancing with this guy. I'm guessing it was her homeboy. So do you say her? Do you say his? Like, how do you, like, what's the proper?
It's her. You see
Her.
Again, in today's age, you have to ask the person their pronouns. But if they are in the feminine mystique, or if that they're her.
All right, so she was dancing with this dude. You know, obviously it was one of her homeboys or whatever. When I say her, I'm talking about the transsexual. So this how I know I'm all like about, and don't kill me when I say this, organic women. Here's how I know that the way my mind is set up, the way my body is set up, I'm only attracted to organic women. Do not bring this up when I'm super famous and say, he said organic women. Why aren't we organic? Chill out. Chill. Y'all know how y'all are. But here's why.
That ain't no different than a sensitive ass black person. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Here's why I know that my body is made up of, you are really just, you love organic women.
Okay.
What? Say it.
Go ahead.
No, say it.
Attraction is attraction.
But I'm talking about me.
I understand that, but okay.
All right, I'm talking about me and the way my body is made up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking in the bar, going to the bar, and I see this person dance on this dude. Whoop, whoop, they dancing, yeah, and stuff like that. And this person just stops dancing and she stares at me. I didn't know, at this time, I didn't know who that was. Now, I know who this person is, once it's brought to my attention, but I didn't know who this was. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen this person on TV in years. Every one of y'all know who this person is, but I haven't seen this person in years. So I'm walking to the bar, I see this person making eye contact with me. Me, normally, I would have been like, shit, what's up? What's good? I won't waste no time. I'm just, I'm gonna talk. Like, what's up? You staring hard. Don't stare without speaking. It's my favorite line back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Don't stare without speaking. So, I kept it moving, something just told me. Something was like, Jake, keep it moving. Just go to the bar. Whoop, whoop. Went to the bar, got my drink, Came back and I'm just standing there, and this person is just dancing on dude and just staring at me though. Staring. So then my boy Ursa walked back. My boy, he come back here, he come up to me, we talking. So then she walks over to us. And she looks at my boy and she like, you want me to give you a dance? And he know who this is, but I didn't know at the time. And he like, nah, I'm good. So she was like, well, let me give you a birthday present. It's obvious your birthday because you got a crown on. And he like, nah, I'm all right. So I'm looking at him like, hey, bro, you all right, dog? Mind you, I didn't know who this was. So then she look at me. Mind you, I'm still not on some shoot. What's up? I ain't know none of that. So she like, she said, can I get your number? So she look at me. I kid you not. I'm gonna show you the messages. Not phone number. Chill out. But so she look at me. So she like, you want to dance? I'm like, nah, I'm good. She said, well, can I get your number or take your number? First of all, one, you too aggressive. You are too aggressive.
You mean the same way y'all aggressive to women?
Time out.
Mean,
wait, no. My story, not yours.
Right, but when you get to that period, I got a comma for you because you just displayed so many signs.
Wait, no, but
of two-sided.
You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed.
Okay.
So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yo, you mad aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, my dog turned you down. And I know how my dog is.
That sounds really familiar.
My dog turned you down. And then, and now you asking me for my number.
So did you feel violated?
I didn't know who this person was at the time. I still didn't know at the time.
It didn't, Jake.
You mean did I feel violated that a female asked me?
Yes.
No. First of all,
so you felt violated that a person that you weren't instantly attracted to, no matter your gender or your race, came and tried to holler at you. Would it have been different if it was? What happened when? How do you treat ugly women?
What do you
or
mean?
how do you? Because you instantly put up this wall or felt some kind of way, like they
because I
had no,
said wait. So
because
I put up a wall because I said no.
No, you put.
So
up,
where did the wall come from?
You instantly tried to make it a point that this was a transgender woman.
No, I didn't. Because I said this person was aggressive? Because this person came to me and went from my dog? Because this person went from my homeboy to me? That has nothing to do with transgender, transsexual. Because still at this point, I still thought this was a full-fledged woman.
Okay.
Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I still thought this was a full-fledged woman. So I tell the individual, I'm like, nah, but you can take my Instagram. So I'm like, nah, you can't have my number, but you can take my Instagram. So I give this individual my Instagram, but the whole time I'm speaking to her, my boy is over there like, he doing this, he like, yo, he's not saying it, but he's like, so he mouthing, but I'm like, I can't read lips, you know what I'm saying? To me, I'm thinking like, oh, there's somebody, okay, he probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just thinking all kinds of stuff in my head, and I'm like, yo, what is you saying, bro? Just speak. But I ain't want to, you don't really do that. So after I get this person my Instagram, I walk outside and he was like, dog, you know who that is? I'm like, nah, somebody you used to mess with or something like that. I'm like, no, I don't know. Then he said her name and I'm like, I said, what? So then I had to Google it because I ain't seen this person on television in years. You know what I'm saying? So this person, so then I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, okay. Well, for one, there was no attraction, obviously, because I didn't get the number or give her my number. But, I gave the person my Instagram. So the next morning, probably like 15 liked pictures. And then this person inboxed me, you so fine or you so sexy or something like that. I didn't respond. And then after like a week, 2 weeks or whatever of me not responding, that person unfollowed me. So here's what I was going to say. Here's my purpose of bringing that up. The fact that this individual, and I've seen her on World Star doing all type of stuff with these dudes, and it's like, yo,
oh, child,
you know what I'm talking about now?
I have an idea.
I seen her on World Star doing all these things with these dudes. It's like, yo, don't do that. Because you don't know, first of all, you don't even know what type of man this person is. So if this person find out who you are, you hurting yourself. So you feel like it's okay because transform to a woman, that you can just come and approach a man and not say that, yo, I'm just letting you know right now, since we had this dialogue, I was a man.
But why do you automatically assume? Now we're talking about you, but in general, because I've told you, I don't know if I've showed you my inbox when I'm dressed up. The men that are so-called 100% straight.
But that's you.
Right, but you can't automatically. But I'm saying the one
me, Lay, and people here watching who paid attention to World Star have seen this individual try to trick these. We even know celebrities that this person slept with and never told them. We know everything about
But
this
see, you're. How do you know that person did not know? Because you're assuming that they're 100% heterosexual.
I'm going off of what came out of her mouth. This is why I'm saying we all know.
But it's no different than when you get with the girl and y'all don't tell her y'all crazy that y'all broke.
No, come on, man.
Why is that no different?
The reason why that's not the same thing is you bring in somebody's financial situation versus somebody's sexuality. That's not the same thing.
But a lot of times you see what goes in these men who try to cower behind their masculine front.
What is masculine? What is masculinity?
Because, I don't know.
Oh, dang! I said it already.
What?
That was next.
Oh,
that was next week.
People just automatically assume, and we're told that we have to be in our place because we know. Now, yes, there are some people in our community that don't tell.
Those are the ones that people have an issue with.
Right. But you also have to realize that there are some of the men who claim to be 100 heterosexual that I can show you the receipts on my inbox. Hell, you thought I was my girlfriend. I was like, how the fuck you know? Because my drag is very convincing. I've never once, because number one, I know what it's like. I've had girlfriends of mine, meaning friends who are girls, who have been killed because once they did what they did with their intimate partner, then reality set in and they couldn't take it. I find that when...
So who was wrong? Who was wrong? Was the guy that couldn't take it wrong, or was the friend of yours wrong for not telling that person before they had sex?
There's accountability on both.
Wait, no. Because technically we're not supposed to say, I'm not supposed to say, yo, I just, please don't take offense to this, but were you born a man? No, you're not gonna just ask that question. But that transsexual automatic, like they know.
But you're putting too much on what we find as attractive because.
But who's at fault though? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if that person was attracted to him or not. It doesn't matter because attraction does not mean acceptable. It doesn't mean it.
But it's no different than a woman or someone you talking to does not display they got kids, all those things. We should all be accountable. I can't speak for nobody else. I know I never fooled any of the guys that I messed around with. I told you I had to tell them, while you telling me how beautiful I am, I'm a man and my dick is probably bigger than yours. What we gonna do next? And so, okay. But you was just trying to holler at me. Again, you are placing so much. If a person is attracted to a person, regardless what they know, so you can be attracted to a deadbeat ass person. When you, not you, but when men...
He's not talking about me.
I see it all the time, the double standardness, which is one of our shows we're going to do, how you can go into a room and automatically think, oh, because she's a woman, I'm going to holler at her. Not knowing if she's attached, not knowing if she's a lesbian.
That's on her to tell you, though.
But why do you feel it's okay just to holler at her?
Because for one, what's wrong? What's wrong with me going up to this white man and shaking his hand and say, this producer? I'm gonna say white man. What's wrong with me going up to this producer, shaking his hand and then introducing myself to him? What's wrong with that?
You brought up that she was aggressive the way she came on to you.
Not me. See, it's not how she. It's her going from him, and while he was still as close as you are to me, while he was still right there, her turning and then coming to me.
And having some of your boys done the same thing?
That's not the.
Why is it not the same?
Because that's not even the situation we're talking about.
But why is it not the same manner?
Because
I think the problem that heterosexual men have with either openly gay men or transgender is that they cannot take the masculine and the misogyny because the mirror's up in front of their face.
What mirror?
The mirror that you guys don't respect people. You guys don't respect women, and now you have someone who looks like you trying to holler at you. Y'all can't take it.
You can't say they look like me because the person don't look like me.
Whether it's a gay man, whether it's a gay man.
No. Don't say a transsexual, is it a trans? when they go from a man to a woman?
When it's a man to a woman, it's a transgender female.
So a trans woman no longer looks like me. You can't
Okay,
say that because
but the
at that
same-
point in time, I didn't know that.
Right, but the
remember,
same misogyny
Hold on. Remember, I'm not to cut you off, but all the me turning this individual down, me saying, "Nah, I'm good. I'll give you my Instagram." This was all before I knew who that was. It was all to me at this point. Me saying no, that was still a woman. Like to me turning down this individual, me saying, nah, you know, you can take my Instagram, not my phone number. In my mind, that was still a woman. I didn't know that was a man until I walked away and went outside. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying something in me was just like, nah, don't do it. Don't even give this person your number. Give this person your Instagram and then keep it moving. That's why I'm telling you that I didn't turn this person down because this person was a transsexual. I didn't know. I had no clue. I thought that was a full-fledged woman. But I turned the person down because my body was telling me, nah, don't even do it. Don't even do it. And then when I went outside, that's when my dog told me, yo, that's such and such. I'm like, oh, snap.
But the shame comes in those who are attracted to trans or direct. Like, again, I can show you some of the see. What is this?
That's a good question.
What? Because
that was based on what you said, on what you brought up. Lorenzo, your last question.
would it be considered a rape?
Yeah, your last question.
No.
You know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. When the person who is trans has sex with a so-called straight man and they react afterward, you can't call even some of what we call in rape and this whole Me Too shit. It's by two consenting adults.
Well, I wouldn't call that rape.
It's not rape.
No, I wouldn't call it rape because it was consensual. But I would say that.
And there's no way you can have sex.
Look, if I push you and you shoot me, then that's my problem. I shouldn't have pushed you, right? I got to deal with any consequence that come with my actions, correct? Right. If I push you and you shoot me, I should not have pushed you, right?
What these men are doing is they're hiding behind their masculine front.
We got to kill that word masculine. I hate that word because.
But that's what it is, because when the act is done and reality sets in, they see the things that they've done wrong, and they want to react and say it was the person who was not or a different gender. But they knew, because you don't know these things, Jake. But baby, I'm gonna tell you some of the things, honey. Some of these so-called men, and we just gonna be honest and open and whatever the case be. Some of these men know how to suck dick almost better than me.
But you know what?
Let them do their thing.
But let's talk about.
And then they would go and say, "Oh, they attacked me. They pushed themselves on me." No, whether I was in drag or not, when my trans sisters have been killed, 9 times out of 10, it has been by somebody who they knew, but they hid behind because of the shame and stigma both the heterosexual community and the gay community put on them for them liking what they liked. When that reality sets in, when these men who are attracted or trans attracted, just look at the Malik Yoba thing that's going on. Mm-hmm. These tired ass women is all in their feelings because now, oh, he's trans attracted. Sweetie, none of y'all probably would ever got to Malik Yoba, but now that he's admitted who he is, y'all want to call him, oh, he's less of a man, he's not worth it, when he wasn't checking for you bitches before. But it's okay for y'all to be in y'all feelings. Why? And then you put that stigma on him. He's still him. He's still a man. Whether he's trans attracted, the same thing that some of these people do when they say, oh, I'm attracted to only white women. Oh, he ain't shit. But sweetie, if you like it, I love it. If whatever you like, let that be. We cannot discourage or try to put our own personal likes on another person that we're attracted to. That's what all it is. Mm-hmm. They were attracted to him at one point in time, growing up seeing New York Undercover. Now that he said he's trans attracted, he ain't shit. I don't get that. Don't get mad for a person. And the reason why most of this download shit happened is because folks are not allowed to be who they are.
What do you mean? Today, yes, they are. Today is so accepted. You can be who you are. You can be who you want.
It's still a stigma and a stereotype to it. You have more people who are out expressing who they are, but people who are saying, oh, how can you be 50 years old and you come out the closet? They've been who they are. They just didn't have the opportunities. Everybody has not been lucky like I have when able to come out at 15. I am very blessed. I've and other people of my generation have allowed the people, just like the blacks of the 60s and 70s, have allowed us to progress to the levels we are as African Americans. It's the same progression with the gay movement. But we have taken a stance before. But a lot, man, I've told you, Jake, about the men who have, and I don't even try to hide who I am. I know I do not want to be a transgender. I am comfortable being an entertainer. I have never abused my powers because I'm not that kind of person. Unfortunately, there are some people who live that life. Just like every black person has not been to jail. We can't put the stereotype on a whole race or orientation by the misdeeds of one or two people.
Which is true.
And
But
we
you
all,
just went on a whole nother subject that had nothing to do with this, with what I was
What,
talking
racism?
about.
It
No.
does.
We didn't even really get on. Well, we kind of left racism alone.
Again, okay.
Hold on one moment. Any questions on Instagram?
What about him?
What's the what?
His hotel is horrible.
He said, my question is, if Donald Trump was black, would we feel the same way about him?
323-577-7630. If you got a question,
If Donald Trump was
if
black.
you got a question, text that number.
Who's to say we have seen black Donald? What was his name? The Surgeon General, the one that was running. Right. The face is the same, but his actions are what we're talking about. We see, but we don't want to call it as we see it because we supposed to be so pro black. Sometimes we so damn pro black.
Ben Carson was fucking. I mean, he was traded for Jim Carrey. 323-577-7630. 323-577-7630. Text that number or ask a question on
Somebody
the.
said we gonna get him in trouble at work. Why? If you all have a community, why go outside of that community?
That is. Wait, hold on. Time out. Lorenzo. I get what you're. What am I looking at? I don't know. I get. That is actually a good question. That's a good question. I'm gonna read that question out loud. Lorenzo, that's a good question. He said
It's a one-sided question.
it's not really one-sided.
Why is it not?
Hold on one moment. He said if you all have a community.
And why do you okay, Lorenzo?
Let him use quotations, bro.
Sweetie.
Everybody don't know proper. Look, that's everybody's punctuation and grammar is different. You know what I'm saying? Let them use it.
No. I'm saying, look at and it may not be your mode of thinking, but look how you degraded by saying y'all. How many times have white folks said y'all?
Y'all is not in this. There's no y'all on here. He said you all.
Y'all. It's the same thing. Meaning, you need to be in your place. How many times have whites said?
Let me tell you because I know him very very well. That's not how he's trying to say it.
I get that, but look how it comes across. So somebody who is not it comes across as saying you should stay to yourself. Just like when blacks started dating outside of their race. Why do you need to go outside of your race when you can, that's basically what you're saying. You're pigeonholing.
Let me read the question.
Okay.
The question is, if you all have a community, why go out of that community for sexual activity? He's saying for sexual activity, not for love. I sound soft saying that, don't I? Not for love. He's saying for sexual activity. If you have
Who's to say that we're the aggressor all the time?
Wait, but let's just speak on those that are, okay? Let's keep it in.
But you can't speak on those who are or those who are not.
Let's not speak on those who are not right now. Let's section it off. We can get on those next. Let's get on those who are kind of like the person that I brought up in my story. You know what I'm saying?
Why should we be limited to who we like and who we love?
What he's saying is, since there's a whole community of, and this is for the audience, since there's a whole community.
Oh, he also said Ben Carson is from Detroit as well, too.
Yeah, unfortunately. If there's a whole community of LGBTQ, why not just, and there's a lot, and that's just out here in LA, period. Why not just, instead of trying to just, you know what, Zoe? Thank you. That was my question that I wanted to ask you last week. I remember you saying when you was younger, you used to, trying to turn straight man gay was like a sport, right? Right. Trying to turn straight man gay was like a sport. And there's still people out here that's like that. But the question...
But you can't turn somebody who is not.
Wait. That's like me saying That's like me saying I can't flirt with this racist white girl and make her realize, yo, I ain't really so racist. I guess I like black guys now. No, you was racist up until you found me. You was racist up until I came in there and spit that game on you, put that Johnson game on you. I'm talking about my words, ladies and gentlemen. Words. I shouldn't have said Johnson. I'm talking about my, I'm talking about my
I don't
words.
think nobody used that Johnson.
Back
That's
home, they
old as-
still use that word.
Oh, well, we
Back
talking
home,
about L.A. Baby, we up front. We say, what dick?
Well, you know, you just threw me off. But that's like
Got
me
threw
saying
off by
that.
word?
No. That's like me saying that. You know what I'm saying? But that is a good question. You know what I'm saying?
But, okay, so why... What did your first job? What was your first job?
Kroger. I worked at Kroger. If y'all don't know where Kroger is, if you're watching here on the West Coast, it's Ralph's. Same exact thing, different stores. Kroger and Ralph's, same thing. I've
What-
used my Kroger card at Ralph's.
What I'm saying is, why say a group of people have to stay with? That's just like saying blacks have to stay in the hood.
No,
Like,
that,
it
no, no, no,
is.
no, no,
It's
no,
the
no, no,
same
no.
thing.
You cannot take sexual orientation
That's
and
the
put that
point.
with nationality. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Why is it different?
What do you mean? Why is it different? If he's asking, how come? Can I say gays?
You can say gays.
Okay, he's saying, how come gays just don't go find another gay? This is what he's saying. How come
And
gays
take that
just won't find?
same energy.
You can't say how come blacks just
Why?
won't find another black.
Because they say it all the time to us.
No, that's race
Why
versus
should-
sexuality.
And that's
Sexual-
what this whole show is about, Jake.
Right.
Explain to me, why is that okay to say to gays, but we can't say it towards gender?
Because you're
only when it comes to sexuality do we feel that we have a who should do what. Blacks have stepped outside of what is supposed to be their particular field of scope. We can do anything we want to now. Why automatically assume that we're going chasing after these men? Who's this? Because they don't know that
But you
these
gotta
men
re-
chase after us.
But you got to remember, that's not the question. Let's keep it in the question. We're talking about the gays that go for the straight men. We're talking about even if they fail, okay? Even if they fail at their attempt at going towards a straight man, even if they fail, why do you feel like you can even attempt to go towards a man that you know is straight instead of just somebody in the gay community? That's
so
the
it's
question.
okay for y'all to talk to any woman because they have female parts.
It is okay to talk to any woman if we know that woman is straight. Yeah.
How do you know that she's straight?
Because you ask.
No, y'all don't. Y'all
Bro,
sit and
put it-
holler
so-
and I'm talking because y'all do that shit. Y'all try to put us in our place where we have no place.
So-
the same energy that blacks have when we're told, "Oh, you should not be this and this because you are this and this." That's the same thing y'all do. The misogynist, the one-sidedness that y'all have. Because I've seen it many times. Y'all think y'all can talk to any woman because she's a woman and because you're a man, not knowing if she's married, not knowing her situation.
If she got a ring on, she's probably what? She's probably married, right?
So if she didn't have a ring,
If she don't got a ring on,
but
then
what
if
justification do
she
you guys have other than I'm a man?
then you make an attempt. That's called making an. I'm going to shoot my. Why? Because that's what men do. Just like women, that's what women do. I'm going to
Did
shoot.
you say that one more time? Because you said exactly what y'all
I'm
do what
going
y'all
to
do.
shoot my shot at this beautiful honey right here because that's what men do. At that point, when I shoot my shot, then she can tell me I'm married, I'm taken, I'm in a. I'm
Y'all ugly and busted as hell.
She can say that too if she wants to, but at the moment
Have y'all
I am
ever
shooting
sat
my
and
shot.
asked a woman how do they feel when y'all come at them 7 ways from Sunday?
Let's ask one right now.
Right.
Hi.
Hey, sweetie.
So ask the question.
How?
Come get on the mic real quick, please. Come on.
She said she don't want to get on
You
the
look
mic.
fine.
But why is it? Have you understood the misogyny that?
And don't be
men-
biased because y'all friends now. So don't be.
And don't be biased because y'all friends now.
All right, go ahead.
How many times have you had a man come and just talk to you just because, knowing he looked like Ugg Mug from the tree?
Many times.
And they're
they don't ask if you like men or women.
Right.
They don't ask your name. They just come to you and just talk to you.
So they just shoot their shot, correct?
Their
Just
shot.
because they
Okay,
can.
because that's how. Because
50 seconds? Oh,
Oh,
10
okay.
so because they shot, they made an attempt, right? And that is on you as the woman to say, hey, I'm married. Hey, I'm in a and you do that. You tell a guy, if a guy comes to you, tell him, yo, I'm in a situation. You do that, right?
But why don't
That-
you
but
take
that
the
is your- that is your
time
responsibility.
to get to know, why is it her responsibility?
Because if she's in a situation, if she's married, that is her responsibility. It's a responsibility to say, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm married. That's
But
her
why
responsibility
is it her
as a wife.
responsibility to even accept y'all? You said it just like it is because this is what men do. I want you to look at that statement because not all men do that. There are men who are respectful.
Just like, but at
Just
the same
like there
time,
are
but
gays
just like
who
there's
are
some gays,
respectful.
right, there's some gays that don't do that. But his question was, those that do it. He said those that do it. He didn't like.
I can't control what another person. Just like I'm black. I've never been to jail. I've never robbed. I've never stolen. I've never robbed. But I can't say what a small community does. But again, you're giving that pass because you're men. And again, you're not looking at how the same mirror that an aggressive gay man, when they try to shoot they shot, they can say the same thing. Well, I'm a man. But you guys feel that we're less than men because we have sex with other men. We're not you.
Okay.
But other men, and I told you how I feel about that, baby. I like to whoop folks. And don't let this pretty face. Don't let the. Anybody who knows me know I'm about that shit. I'm with that. I would take my wigs and titties off and whoop you, and after I fuck you up, depending on how you look, I may just fuck you. How about that? Just to prove a point that don't think I'm soft as butter. Yes, I can be, but it's not that kind of party. I don't know what you saw on television. I always told people, don't let what you see on Jerry Springer cause you an ass whooping. I'm not that queen. I'm a man because I'm responsible, I'm accountable, I take care of my business. Who I go to bed with has nothing to do with how I represent myself. In my full drag, I'm probably more man than they'll ever be and more woman than they'll ever get. Now you can take that to the bank. But I'm seen as less than in the
Hey, he ain't going off on me. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. So don't think he going off on me. He talking to just somebody, but he ain't going off on me. You know what I'm saying? Just let y'all know. I don't want y'all over there say, oh, Z-Snap. No, don't be Z-Snapping nothing.
No.
He just talking in general. He ain't
Why
going
in
off
general,
on me.
we don't Z-Snap. What we do is we pop a fan nowadays, baby. We don't Z-Snap. That's so 90s. But I thank you for the reference. But again, it's that misappropriation on what we should be, and that's why I, as a black gay man, see it. Whenever I'm told I should do this, hell, I see it as just a person being plus size. Oh, you should only do this because, why is a person who's not feeding me, fucking me, or financing me telling me what I should and shouldn't do? Why is that? You should be so concerned with what you're doing and minding your own damn business, staying out of ongoing traffic, trying to stay in your lane, that what I do you should care less about. Just like I can care less about what you do. I don't say, oh, you're more of a man because you got 5 baby mamas and 17 kids.
I do not have 5 baby mamas.
If this
No, just
hit dog will yell.
and
but
I just yell, but I ain't gonna.
But what I'm saying is,
anything close.
how does that make that man more of a man than a gay man who has never been to jail, who has an education? Hell, half the times we trying to help y'all girlfriends out. Being a man, there's a difference between being a male and a man and a female and a woman. Because not every male is a man and not every female is a woman. You have to acquire to those things, and that comes with time of being accountable for who you are and what you represent, regardless of who you go to bed with. I'm still a gay man, and I ain't had none in a couple of weeks. So it has nothing. I put on wigs and look better than half these females. And again, y'all can go to my page, Armond, ARMOND 143, and tell me I'm wrong.
Yo, great people. Yo, hey, great conversation, bro. We got about
Right,
three.
he says the world is populated by men shooting their shot. It is, and that misogyny has to stop. It's not cool.
That's somebody from you. You know them? Yo, we got about 3 minutes, 2 minutes left. So we gonna close out. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate. Oh, let me say this. I wanted to say this last week. Hey, look, let me tell you. Hey, fellas, look, man, look. Just hear me out real quick, all right? All the straight men, all you straight men in America, hear me out, okay? Here's why you don't want to be homophobic, bro. Listen to me.
Because a bitch like me will whoop your ass.
I told y'all this last week. Here's why you don't want to be homophobic. Listen, all the gay dudes, they got the baddest friends. All they women friends, all they lady friends, they bad.
But that's not the reason why.
Listen, this is the reason why I'm telling these straight men to stop being homophobic and have, tell, hey, yo, put me on your girl, put me on your partner. You know what I'm saying? They got all the baddest friends. I'm keeping it real with y'all.
Misogyny.
They still got the baddest friends. You want to call them misogyny or not?
It goes back. Why is that okay? How do you know my friends don't want to talk? My friends may not want to talk to you.
And like we said before, I won't know that until I what? Shoot my shot. Kobe. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, you want to bring up Kobe? Wait, you want to bring up
yo,
Kobe?
I'm talking about Kobe.
Wait, you want to bring up Kobe?
I'm talking about Kobe.
How he shot his shot in Colorado?
Man, she lied. First of all, she lied, bro.
I get that.
All right, so it don't matter.
I get that because baby mama wanted it, honey. Old nasty heifer didn't change her panties and yeah.
Yeah, she wanted it, so forget her.
Right.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Everyone who tuned in. Everybody, who asked questions and
thank you for
made
sharing
comments. I would thank my boy Zoe for always tuning in.
I want to have a conversation with him.
That's my dog. Have a great week. Thank you. You can follow me on Instagram at the letter C, Jake Johnson. That's the letter C, Jake Johnson. You want to go on my Facebook, it's Jake Technique Johnson. And the way I close it every day is make big problems small, I do every weekend, though. Every weekend I mess up. I try to say it slow, I mess up. I'm going to say it again. I always win on take two. Make big problems small. Make small problems non-existent. Go.
I just want to say, mind your fucking business. If you're not feeding a person, financing them, or fucking them, then mind your business. You shouldn't treat a person right because they have something for you to offer. You should treat them right because you want to be treated right. You don't have to understand a person's struggle or their isms that they go through. Know that we all got something that we're fighting each and every day. And why put extra on somebody else? You that extra. Know what you have going on in your life and try to have that same energy of not putting it on somebody else.
Wow. Yo, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Again, we're getting the hang of this. This is our third show. It's for the record. I'm glad that we can have these conversations. Again, these are conversations that are not normally had.
And it looks like today we really had to agree to disagree.
Right. And that's the whole point of the show.
But we respect each other's views and opinions.
Right. And I want this to be the same energy. We take it out. We have these conversations. Again, we all can't heal. We all hurting them from something. But once we heal ourselves, then we can heal each other. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Even to the homophobic, ugly little dick men who try to think that they better than it ain't happening.
See y'all next week. Thank you.